Hey, founders, Kirk Michie here. All right, so we are moving down the funnel from curiosity about selling. We covered some topics like what's your number? What's my business worth? How do I find out what multiples look like in my area? All the stuff that kind of at the top of the funnel, when you're just curious and you haven't yet made the decision, they're useful data points that you take to combine with kind of what's in your gut and what's motivating you to figure out whether you're going to sell or not. Okay, so you've moved through those. Now we're coming to the thinner part of the funnel. We're not yet at the decision yet, but we're starting to strategize. Okay, what do we do next? So the next question you're going to ask yourself or your advisors or your potential advisors is, how long is it going to take to sell my business? Now, most business owners make the mistake of thinking, well, mine will be a really simple transaction. I have a simple business because it's a pass-through entity like an LLC or an S-Corp. We don't have a lot of contracts, or we do have a lot of contracts, but they're all recurring or they're not recurring. Look, all transactions take somewhere in the neighborhood, depending on whether you're responding to an unsolicited offer, in which case, if you get the right kind of price terms, you negotiate the LOI, you get counsel's input, that could take at fastest 90 to 120 days. And more likely, if you decide to go to market and you hire a transaction advisor and you put together the right deal team and you really optimize your outcome, it's going to be 4 to 9 months, might even drift into 10, 11. We've seen transactions, not ours, but we've seen others go even past a year. But generally speaking, to prep the company to go to market, it's going to be somewhere between 30 and 90 days to get all the materials, the data room, and everything in place to do the outreach. And then as that outreach is happening and indications of interest or letters of intent are coming in and they're being negotiated, if you have an attractive, successful business and there are a lot of buyers, it takes a month or so to get all that done. So by the time you're in due diligence, you're 3 to 5 months into the process. And then what happens thereafter is once the letter of intent is negotiated and signed by both sides, you're now in exclusivity. And now you're in heavy due diligence. Buyer's going to want that to be a long period of time. Sellers should want that to be a shorter period of time. Usually they settle out at around 90 to 120 days. Sometimes it's shorter, but generally speaking, with the turnaround of all the information and both sides processing and life getting in the way, it takes that long. So by the time you're done with all that, you're at 6, 7, and probably more like 8 or 9 months. So for planning purposes, think about the idea that if you want to sell your business this year, it's already kind of too late. But if you went to market now, if you hired a transaction advisor now, you'll probably be done by the end of the first quarter or maybe, second quarter, first half of next year. Okay, that's it for now. More to follow.